Dog Pound, what's good? Welcome back to the channel, the place where the Browns Nation comes together to talk about our beloved team. Today we're diving headfirst into some piping hot news that's got everyone buzzing. The battle for the Cleveland Browns QB1 spot in 2025. Who's going to lead the offense? Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders? And what does this mean for our future? So grab a beer, sit back, and let's break down this bombshell, dropped by ESPN insider Cameron Wolf. Let's go, Dog Pound. You know that classic NFL saying, if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have any. Well, Dog Pound, the Cleveland Browns are taking it to a whole new level because we've got 4 QBs fighting for the starting job. And according to ESPN's Cameron Wolf, the current favorite to take the helm in 2025 is none other than Joe Flacco. That's right, the veteran's out in front. But let me give you the context. After a 3-14 season in 2024, with injuries and an offense that, let's be real, looked lost on the field, the Browns are at a crossroads. The QB room is stacked. We've got Flacco, who's back after a year in Indianapolis, Kenny Pickett, who came over in a trade with the Philadelphia Eagles, and the rookies Dylan Gabriel, a third-round pick, and Shedeur Sanders, a fifth-round pick. So, Browns fans, what do you think? Does Flacco, at 40 years old, still have gas in the tank? Or are you putting your faith in one of the rookies to shake things up? Let's set the stage. Joe Flacco is the guy who knows Kevin Stefanski's system inside and out. In 2023, he came out of nowhere, took over, and led the Browns to an 11-6 record and the playoffs. The dude was playing like he was 25, with pinpoint passes and that veteran poise we love. He racked up 1,616 yards, 13 TDs, and 8 INTs in just 5 games as the starter. That's the kind of performance that shows he knows what he's doing. But here's the thing, Flacco's 40 now. Can he handle a full season as QB1? Or is he just a bridge until one of the rookies is ready? Because look, Kenny Pickett is hungry to prove himself. He came from the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he never got a fair shot. And now he's in Cleveland looking to show he's an elite QB, according to Cleveland. Com's Mary Kay Cabot, Pickett has a slight edge to start Week 1, but Flacco's right on his heels. Man, what a competition. And the rookies? Dylan Gabriel, drafted before Sanders, is turning heads in practice. NFL Network's Judy Batista says the Browns are impressed with Gabriel's processing speed. He's getting more snaps than expected, and that's a huge sign. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders, who fell to the 5th round, is showing grit but still faces questions because of the sacks and interceptions he took in college. He had 4,034 yards, 37 TDs, and 10 INTs in his last season at Colorado, but his sack rate was high. 22.4% of pressures turned into sacks. Gabriel, on the other hand, had just a 4.5% sack rate. That's a big deal, right? So, Dog Pound, who do you think takes it? Flacco with his experience? Pickett with his hunger to prove himself? Or will one of the rookies pull off an upset and steal the show? Now, let's talk about what this means for the Browns. Our offense in 2024 was, to put it kindly, inconsistent. We ranked 20th in yards per attempt on the ground, and our passing game didn't scare anyone. The choice of QB1 will determine whether we have an offense that clicks or if we're stuck spinning our wheels again. Stefanski's system needs a QB who makes quick decisions, avoids sacks, and keeps the run game humming. That's why Flacco's in the lead. He knows the playbook and how to make the machine run. But here's the catch. If Flacco starts, does that mean the Browns are playing for now instead of the future? Because look, Gabriel and Sanders are young, they've got potential, and the fans want to see some fresh blood. Pickett, at 27, is also a bet for the future, but he needs to prove he's more than a backup. The front office, led by Andrew Berry, is in a tough spot. They brought in 4 QBs to the roster, but according to The Athletic's Zach Jackson, it's likely at least one gets traded before training camp. Who do you think's out, Browns fans? Pickett, one of the rookies? Or will the Browns hold on to everyone? And it's not just the QB. The offense has new pieces, like running back Jerome Ford, who's set to be the starter after some departures. Ford averaged 5.4 yards per attempt in 2024, which is solid, but we need more consistency. And, of course, Myles Garrett is tearing it up on defense, named the NFL's best player by Pro Football Focus. The defensive line is a beast, but the offense needs to keep up. All right, Dog Pound, let's look ahead. The 2025 season is coming, and the Browns' schedule is brutal. We kick off against the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 1, then face a gauntlet of tough AFC and NFC North teams. 5 road games in the first 6 weeks. That screams for an experienced QB like Flacco or Pickett. Mary Kay Cabot said it on The Rich Eisen Show. With this schedule, a veteran could be the key to avoiding a 1-5 start. But here's the thing. The Browns have a chance to surprise. If the offense clicks, with Ford running strong and the QB1, whoever it is, avoiding turnovers, we can dream of the playoffs. Remember 2023? Flacco took us to the playoffs with a team no one believed in. Can he work that magic again? Or will Gabriel or Sanders become the next Baker Mayfield, coming to Cleveland and lighting a fire under the team? So, Browns fans, do you still believe in Kevin Stefanski, or are you losing patience? The fan base is split. In the comments on X, I saw some folks saying Flacco's the guy for 2025, while others are hyped about Sanders because of his star potential. And some think Pickett could be a Sam Darnold 2.0, finding new life in Cleveland. What's your vibe, Dog Pound? Will this QB change finally bring us back to the playoffs? Speaking of the front office, Andrew Berry is playing chess while we're playing checkers. The guy brought back Flacco, traded for Pickett, and drafted 2 QBs in 2025. Is that a master move or desperation? According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the Browns might trade a QB before the season, likely Pickett or Flacco, to make room for the rookies. And Zach Jackson from The Athletic says Gabriel and Sanders might be fighting for a single roster spot. Talk about pressure. The fan base, as always, is fired up. On X, I saw posts saying the Browns are collecting QBs like Pokemon cards. Others are hyped about Sanders, saying he's got that Deion factor to shine. But some fans are worried, thinking the Browns are directionless with too many QBs and no certainty. What about you, Dog Pound? Are you feeling that let's go energy, or are you a bit skeptical of the front office? And there's more. The Browns are moving to a new stadium in Brook Park starting in 2029, with $600 million approved by the state of Ohio. That's a huge step, but it also puts pressure to deliver results on the field. No one wants to christen a new stadium with a 3-14 team, right? Let's compare to the competition. In the AFC North, the Bengals have Joe Burrow, who's a beast. The Ravens have Lamar Jackson, who always gives us fits. And the Steelers? Well, they're also searching for a QB, but Justin Fields is showing up. The Browns need a QB who can strike fear into these guys, someone who can make the difference in a tight game. In 2024, we beat the Steelers and Ravens, even with a banged-up team. Imagine what we could do with a more consistent offense. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs, for example. Patrick Mahomes makes Andy Reid's system run like a well-oiled machine. The Browns need a QB who can do the same for Stefanski. Flacco's already proven he can. Pickett has the potential. And the rookies? Well, Gabriel's showing he picks up the game fast, and Sanders has that playmaker spark. Who do you think could be our Mahomes, Dog Pound? Dog Pound, the 2025 season is shaping up to be a wild ride. The QB1 battle is heating up, the offense has a new look, and the defense, led by Myles Garrett, is ready to dominate. But now I want to hear from you. Who do you think will be QB1? Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, or Sanders? Will the Browns finally turn the corner and make the playoffs? Drop your thoughts in the comments because we read everything. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you don't miss any Browns Nation content. Share it with your Dog Pound crew because together we make noise. Until next time, go Browns!